Hey y'all, welcome to Back Porch Cooking and Reminiscing. I'm Roger and glad to have y'all here with us today. Today, me and Audrey are going to be making a recipe that she has made for many years. And what it is a squash cornbread dressing. Now, she's also going to be baking a whole chicken to go along with it. And so that's what we're going to be having for supper tonight, and it sounds delicious to me. So y'all sit back, relax, get you something cold to drink, and get ready to see how she makes her squash cornbread dressing and the chicken.
Yeah. Porch boards sway in a slow rhythm. Got the screen door sighing a low hum. That old wood stove is cooking something good. Smell of bacon filling up the neighborhood.
Hey guys, it's Audrey. I was going to do a baked chicken for dinner, and I'm going to do squash dressing to go with it. And I thought I'd go ahead and get this in the oven. And then I was thinking, why don't I film this and show you guys how quick and easy it is. I had already washed and patted dry this chicken. It's just a raw chicken. And in a bowl over here, I have mixed up 2 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise, and I used this old-fashioned measuring spoon as my guide. And to that I added paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and quite a bit of garlic butter steak seasoning, but you can use any kind of seasoned salt you have. This is just what I have, and it has a bit of a lemon taste to it, so I thought it would be really good on my chicken. And I'm going to show you how I rub it down. What I did is I went under here and I loosened all the skin. Of course, I patted it dry as well. But now I'm going to take some of this seasoned mayonnaise mixture. I'm just going to plop it right inside that cavity. And then I'm going to go all around, just kind of massaging it into the chicken breast. And you just want to do this all over. And then try to put some of the skin back like it was. You can't make it perfect, but that's okay too. And then I'm going to take the rest of it, plop it on top of the chicken, and just coat all of it as best I can. The legs, you're literally just kind of massaging it on. And it's going to make this so flavorful and juicy and tender. Kind of messy, but that's okay. I think that's pretty good. Wipe down my pan just a little bit. I'm a bit of a messy cook. They don't call me Messy Audrey for nothing.
I know that's right.
But that's okay. It's all okay. Now, I've got my oven preheated to 375, and I'm going to put this in the oven uncovered. And you can bake it between 375 and 400. I'm going to do it at 375 just because that's kind of how my oven cooks.
So this is Audrey's cornbread that she made, and it's using our regular cornbread recipe. So I'll leave you a link in the description that'll help you to get to the cornbread recipe. But anyway, this is what she's going to use to go into her squash cornbread dressing. And so just want y'all to see the cornbread because it sure is pretty and sure does smell good.
Hey guys, I'm back. Float away. In this bowl, I've got my 3 cups of cornbread that I've kind of broken up into little bitty pieces. And to this 3 cups of cornbread, I'm going to add 2 cups of cooked diced squash. And I'll have in the description how I cooked this. And I did drain it with a paper towel good to get as much of the moisture out as I could. 1 large white onion. I use Vidalia's. That's just what I like personally, but you can use any kind of onion you want to. And to that, I'm going to add, I think I'll add my cream of mushroom soup. I have 1 can. I'm going to get that in here, undiluted, just like it is in the can. To that, I'm going to add 1 beaten egg. And in my egg, I've added some salt and pepper, just a pinch to my liking. You can put more or less depending on your preference. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of dried sage, a teaspoon and a half of granulated sugar. That's just to kind of help the squashes already has a little bit of a sweet taste, but this really just enhances it. Then we're going to add 1 stick of melted butter and or a half of a cup and a half cup of whole milk. Now we are just going to stir until everything is well incorporated. I can't really taste test this before I pop it in the oven because it does have raw egg in it. Normally that wouldn't bother me, but you literally just stir, stir, stir. Like I said, until everything is fully incorporated or well acquainted, however you like to think of it. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to go get a casserole dish because I completely forgot to go get one. And I'm going to lightly spray it, and then we'll put this in there. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, I got my sprayed casserole dish. I'm not sure exactly what size this is.
Looks like an 8 by 11.
8 by 11. That sounds probably correct. Now we're just going to pour all this mixture in the casserole dish. Goodness, this looks amazing. Mush it down in your pan, and we're going to bake it uncovered, 350 degrees, for about 30 minutes or until it is lightly browned on top. Oven we go. Look at my beautiful golden brown bird, you guys. I pulled it out of the oven. It's completely done. I cannot wait to try it later. When we were temping it, you could just see the juices running out of it. It's so moist and juicy, and it's going to be so flavorful. And while the squash dressing is cooking in the oven, this will be cooling down. I'm going to whip up some green beans, and we'll be back later to show you guys what it looks like, plate it up, and give it a taste test.
So while our dressing is in the oven cooking, let's do a little bit of history on the yellow squash cornbread dressing. So this is what it says. Now, when you think of cornbread dressing, you probably think of Thanksgiving turkey, crisp autumn air, and grandma's kitchen. But down here in the South, summer brings out a whole different kind of dressing. Yellow squash dressing. Where did it come from? Well, it's born right out of Southern ingenuity and garden timing. Long before it ever hit a holiday table, this dish started right in the garden. In the heat of the summer, yellow squash would be coming in by the basketful, and home cooks were practically swimming in it. Because squash holds so much natural moisture, folks realized that folding sauteed yellow squash and sweet onions straight into a pan of crumbled cornbread created a dressing that stayed unbelievably rich and moist. Dressing itself traces its roots back generations through family kitchens, blending wonderful traditions with the resourceful habit of stretching day-old bread into something magical. Combining it with summer squash was just the next natural step of making something out of what the land gave you. So whether you're serving it up alongside Sunday fried chicken in July, or keeping the tradition alive on the holiday table, yellow squash dressing is proof that the best Southern recipes don't come from cookbooks, they come from the garden. So just a little bit of history on yellow squash cornbread dressing. So here's our baked chicken and our yellow squash dressing. And so we're ready to get us a plate and see how everything tastes. Here is our finished plate with our chicken, our yellow squash dressing, some green beans, piece of cornbread, and I can't wait to try it. So now the star of the video is, of course, our squash dressing. So that's what I'm going to try first here, because it does smell and look delicious. So we got us some on the fork, and here goes. Hmm. That's actually as good as any Thanksgiving dressing that I've ever tasted. You know, a lot of you may think you don't like squash, but in a dressing like this, it is awesome. And so let's try a little bit of our chicken now. Like I said, chicken wasn't the star of the show, but still want to give it a good try. Guys, if you'll follow that recipe that Audrey has for this chicken is moist, it's tender, it's juicy, it is delicious. And one of the great things about it is I didn't have to cook any of this. I appreciate Audrey coming in the kitchen and doing the cooking today, because that made it to where I didn't have to. So guys, seriously, make this for your family, share it with your friends. I promise they will love you for it. Squash dressing is out of this world. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already. Click on the bell, leave us a comment, and tell us if you've ever had squash dressing before, or if you'd be willing to try it. And guys, we appreciate y'all being here with us every single time we put a video out, and hope y'all will keep watching. We enjoy doing the videos for you, and hope everybody will have a great day and make you some of this.